Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitary Productions. We're back again with another action figure review. In this episode, we're continuing with our Masters of the Universe Origins line reviews. This is Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. I don't know, that's silly. But anyways, so this comes on a standard Masters of the Universe Origins line card featuring that kind of throwback retro look here. It definitely has the same vibes as the original vintage line Masters of the Universe figure packaging here. We get the new for 21 sticker at the top, modern posing retro play. We've got the twist waist, unleash his robot power thing. And we get a comic in there as well, so that is very cool. We'll flip this over to the back here. We have some of the other figures in the wave. We've got his action features here. Twist his waist, his gears turn, and jaw move automatically. 3 interchangeable weapons. And we get some very cool looking artwork here. Let me move the light up here a little bit so we can see that. Very cool looking Roboto fighting against Triclops. And there's a Cobra Khan in the background to see. Anybody else in there? Interesting though. Very cool looking. This one, they got a little antsy with the razor knife, and somebody sliced that up when they were getting it ready to put on the shelf. So yeah, it is what it is. I did find this one in Target, straight on the shelf for whatever reason. That's not usually likely for me. I don't live anywhere close to a Target, so I got to drive like an hour to get to one, and there's usually nothing around when I go there. So I got lucky on this and got the entire wave actually in one sitting, so very cool. I wasn't going to bother dealing with things like that little scratch there, because I'm opening this thing up. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'm just going to rip the packaging open, sticking my thumb in here at the bottom, and then just pulling the packaging apart. You got the comic book that falls out, and then we'll lift the tray out, and then we'll toss this to the side. Roboto was always a very cool character from the vintage line. I always really enjoyed the figure itself. We do have the standard clear rubber band things holding things on, so we're going to cut that around his arms and his legs. We've got his accessory pack taped in place, so we'll pull that off, set that there, and then we'll lift Roboto out. And we'll pull the rubber bands off his arms, and that arm is on there pretty tight. There we go. And his other one, I guess, fell off already. So, cool. Alright, we'll toss that to the side. We'll take a look at his accessory pack here. Pull that tape off. Pull that tape off. And it's taped again. So let's cut that. There we go. And then we can dump his accessories out. We got the big gun. We've got the claw hook. And he already has his axe hook. Well, his axe already attached to his arm. So, very cool. Let's go ahead and zoom in real fast like here. Without the zoomy noise this time. Alright, the comic is the same as we've seen in other figures in this wave. It is Dimensional Doom. Some very nice artwork here, some nice features of the characters from the series. The back shows us some of the other figures in the wave. We do get some awesome artwork here. If you want to read the entire thing, feel free to pause it right here. We're just going to kind of flip through it real quick here. Some very nice artwork. Very cool looking story here. Nice big fights with lots of people in it. So, yes. Very cool little comic here. We'll add that to our stack of comics, and we can actually look at the actual figure here. So we will start off with the accessories. We have up first, I guess, the blaster ray gun thing here. So this very much looks like what I remember from the vintage figure. Very cool looking, some nice basic details, enough to get you started and to understand what's going on. It's in that nice kind of chromatic silver color here. You can see a little bit of that marbling going on. Well, you might not be able to see that. Let me dial this down a little bit. So there is some of that weird marbling going on where they've tried to do like a metallic color in the plastic, but it doesn't quite work that well. So anyways, looks very cool. We also get this cool claw hand. Again, just enough detail to make it interesting without going too crazy. It is not articulated. I mean, you can kind of squeeze it together, but it doesn't like actually articulate and move. Very cool though. And you can see on his arm, he's already got the other one here, the axe. So let's pop that off. So it is interchangeable. You just put them on this little peg hole here. But here is the axe. I like this thing. I always like this one and the gun the most, but there it is. So you take this, put it in the peg hole, and just press it in place, and there you go. You got your arm changed out. Blam, 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 blam. And his arm just fell off. Which is not supposed to happen, but luckily it is interchangeable here, and we can just pop that back in place. A little odd that that happens, but it is what it is. Let's dial the light back up here for a moment here. So let's take a look at the figure itself. It's very cool looking. It looks, this is probably one of the ones that looks the most like the vintage version. You do have that cool feature where you twist his waist. You can see the gears moving, and his little mouth thing goes up and down. I always liked it best with it closed, and it always kind of aggravated me that you have to have it slightly off center to get it to work like that. So, I don't know. Leave some comments down below. Let me know which way you prefer it. I know it looks pretty decent this way, but I always liked it better with it closed. I don't know why, but anyways, we got those cool gears moving around. We got some really nice detail in the arms here. I'm going to try to turn the light down just a little bit here. Very cool, like gear looking things all the way around. Some nice stuff going on here. Really, really detailed things going on. You can also see through the back glass there. Cool looking. Nice kind of robot feet. I think these are the same as we've had with Men-at-Arms. So all in all, very nice looking detail-wise. The head does spin 360 degrees. We do not have any up and down motion. It's only left and right. You can kind of slightly move that yourself. So I guess maybe if you need to adjust it, you can get it to go where you want to. Like that is closed now. So play around with that to get it to line up the way you want it to. The arms do move. Yes, they move. It's standard ball and swivel at the shoulder joints here. They all have that same kind of push forward that way at the top, but not that big of an issue. Standard ball and swivel at the elbow joint. This one's a little sticky, but it does work pretty well. We have standard swivel and rocker at the wrist. And I'm just now noticing here that the reds don't match up. So it's a different shade of red on his hand as it is on the painted gauntlet thing. And that's a little bit annoying, but the red is very much the same as the red on his thighs here, but for whatever reason, that doesn't match up. So whatever, it's all good. We do have standard twist at the waist that also does that and moves his gear. Does this still come off? I don't think we can pull his waist apart. Doesn't look like. I'm going to try it here and see. It's not coming off easy, so I'm going to say that's not meant to be an interchangeable part like the waist on the rest of the figures. But moving on down the figure here, waist and hips, standard plastic T-hook there, so fully out, fully forward, full backward motion. And again, you can play around with that to get it to line up a little bit better. We do have the standard ball and swivel at the knee joint. And again, he's got these knee covers, so we don't have that awkward looking extra plastic covering that knee joint. So that's very nice. I like that a lot. We do have the standard twist there at the mid calf. And we've got the standard swivel rocker thingy here at the ankle joint. So all in all, very nice looking. All in all, I like this figure, and I think I like it quite a bit more than I was expecting. It's always been a cool figure. I am definitely getting kind of a Gizmo Duck look to it now that I'm thinking about it. He just needs a wheel here at the bottom and he'll be Gizmo Duck, but whatever. I like the interchangeable hands here, very much like Trap Jaw. Looks really cool though. If anything, I would honestly say I think maybe his upper body is a little bit too big. His legs look a little small now, comparative. And I know I had that kind of issue with like He-Man, where his shoulders were just really wide. I don't really think that's the problem here. I just think his waist and legs just look really small. I don't know. It may just be the fact that this is kind of a blocky torso, and it puts his arms kind of out here a little bit further. Maybe that's what it is, but he definitely looks like he's kind of skipped leg day a little bit. But still, it's a nice looking figure. It definitely fits in great with the rest of this line here. It's a really cool figure. I like the accessories. We don't get a lot of them. About the only thing I would probably say I would prefer is maybe to have a closed gripped hand here so he could like hold a sword or something. But again, the original vintage line was the same way. All of the left hands are kind of the open grip. So that's kind of what we get here. So it's still pretty cool. The gear works great. The little headpiece goes clank, clank, clank. And I don't know. It's pretty cool though. I like it. I'm digging it. That's all the time we've got for today, so thanks for watching. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Be on the lookout for more awesome videos coming down the pipeline. Go check out some of our previous releases and see what you think about those. If there's anything you'd like to see in future episodes, let me know that in the comments section. While you're down there, let me know your general thoughts on Roboto. How does he fit into the rest of the Origins line? How does he compare to your idea of the vintage line? Has he held up over the years? Does this work better for you? Whatever you feel like saying, say it in the comment section. That's what it's there for. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, like, share, subscribe, and until next time.